Hi, Miss Harlow. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Sure, welcome. And welcome to the World Universities Information YouTube channel, my channel. And I love to talk to you about the education in United States. And since you are in high school, I think I'm starting off right because we have to start from bottom up, right? Kind of high school and then college and then universities. So would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Harlow Stanley. I'm an 18-year-old high school student in Leesburg, Virginia, and I'm an international ice dancer as well.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so moving on, we have few questions as you know. Moving on to the next one, which is your discipline, year, and programs. So of course, you're in high school. So would you please go ahead and tell me about, your school, name of the school, high school, and a little bit, if you would, how to get into high school. I know it's for the not for the international students, but there is a program, reciprocal programs, right? So, go
So
ahead.
I go to Riverside High School in Leesburg, Virginia, but my schooling looks a little bit different compared to other kids in the area because I actually do a program through LCPS, public schools, called virtual distance learning. So all of my classes are actually done through Google Meet, and VDL, it's called virtual distance learning, allows me to take AP classes through the comfort of my own home so I can travel the world, compete internationally, do my athletic stuff, all while still maintaining the Loudoun County Public School resources and stuff like that.
Oh, wonderful. I was really, see, I even didn't have in my mind that you go virtual schooling, right?
Yeah, so I do half online school, half in-person school
Oh,
actually.
see how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
As I go online on, I told you about my university, Harvard, but this is fantastic that anybody could probably do it, right?
Yeah, it's perfect for kids who might have a reason that they don't go in person, like disabilities, health issues, mental health,
And-
or athletes like myself. And apart from that, I also go to the Academies of Loudoun. It's a public STEM school in the area that I think really helped me get into college and try to explore a little bit more of things that I didn't think I would do earlier. So they have different programs, like they have different schools inside the school. They have Academy of Science, they have an Academy of Technology and Engineering, they have an entrepreneurship class, and I take administration of justice. So it's basically all about laws, ethics, and stuff of that sort, because that's kind of the major I want to go into.
Oh, I see.
So being in a classroom full of kids that care about the same thing, and it's a very discussion-filled environment, I think helped propel my education,
Oh, wow.
learn more in that area, focus on what I want to focus on instead of electives that are not required, I don't need, and I don't care about.
Exactly. Oh, really? It's information for me, even though I live here. Okay, fantastic. And moving on to the next one, that is, what are the base programs? Of course, I'm sorry, I had written down this for university colleges again, but what are the best programs or incentives or opportunities? So, if you would, say it out for high school education, like where you could go, as you said, law and justice, right? Yeah.
So I think at LCPS, Loudoun County did a really good job of giving us a lot of opportunities for different scholarships, different programs, and stuff that are free and available and ready for us to use.
Oh, wow.
For example, through the Academy of Loudoun class that I'm taking, Administration of Justice, the Loudoun Crime Commission actually gives us specific scholarships and stuff we can apply to, and it's not just based for kids on Academies of Loudoun. Any child who's interested in law, public service, or something of that genre can apply for these scholarships.
Oh, really? That's really nice. I'll just move it a little bit this side so that your focus is on camera. Okay, fantastic. And moving on to next one, if you would like to add something, I don't know if I interrupted you.
No,
or-
I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a lot of good things with LCPS, and I think that all the counselors are always ready to help you and guide you and kind of show you the ropes. So that's something that I feel like is different in comparison to other counties, as well as the Academies of Loudoun, which is such a great resource that a lot of people don't know about, because they don't just have that one pathway I'm doing. They have cosmetology, welding.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
Oh
there's a
my.
plethora. Automobile, where they work on cars and they bring cars into the school
Oh my
for
God.
the kids to work on. Yeah, there is
See?
so many. There's nursing. They have so many different health programs,
Oh, wow.
emergency services, like health informatics. It's just, and not a lot of people know about all the programs that they have within it. And for free, it's
Yeah.
something you can't beat.
Oh my God, really? It's great information. I really didn't know myself either. Oh, I just knew that there are a few academies out there. One is Scientific Academy or Science Academy or Jefferson or something, right?
Yeah, they have Academy of
Academy,
Science.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only knew a couple of them. Oh, it's just really good. Okay. And the next one again is like what scholarships are available. Well, it's not college or university, but you already mentioned.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
going into I'm a senior now, going into college next year, there is so many scholarships, especially when they don't apply for them, the money just stays there. No one gets them, the money doesn't leave. So there's so much unclaimed money.
Oh,
especially,
really?
Yes.
Oh,
Especially
my
I'm like being a Hispanic girl, a minority, a teenager. There's so much opportunities in an untapped field for us like Hispanic Latina people
Oh my
to get
gosh.
scholarships for, especially
look
being a
like-
Latina athlete.
You look like Selma Hayek.
Thank you. There's so much money in scholarships to get that no one applies for.
Wow. It's really eye-opening. I am not just saying it, but really I didn't know. Oh, fantastic. It's really good. So LCPS you mentioned because, the people will be watching from all over the world, as YouTube and media, social media. So LCPS is for Loudoun County Public Schools, right?
Correct, yeah.
Just for everybody to know it, because you and me know. Okay, fantastic. So Loudoun County, USA, Virginia, of course. Okay, so moving on to the next one. What are requirements for admission? Well, again, it's high school.
So Loudoun, Academies of Loudoun does have an admission process
Okay.
to be able to get into the school. So for freshmen and sophomores, if you wish to enter the Academy of Science or the Academy of Entrepreneurship,
Right.
you have to sit through a test, right? And the test is quite difficult. I applied my freshman
Oh,
year.
really?
Yeah, there are like private academies that teach prep classes specifically to get into this. Think of it kind of like a PSAT, SAT sort of thing. It is based on your critical thinking skills. So it's a multiple choice test. I believe there are some free write responses.
Uh-huh.
But it's quite selective. And
Oh,
then
wow.
as well as an essay, and then letters of recommendation from your counselors, and I think your 8th grade transcripts are required. And from there, they select. And then for the Monroe Technical Academy, which is what I'm a part of.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I do. It is just an essay, and then your letters of recommendation from your counselors, and of course your grades. And they do
Right.
take into account your PSAT scores from your freshman, sophomore, or junior years.
So you have to do PSAT.
Yes.
Oh, really? So again, I know SAT is Scholastic Aptitude Test, but what P stands for?
PSAT just stands for pre, so it's what you
Pre.
take, like it's just the only other way to gauge your testing ability otherwise than your grades or your GPA.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. And you have to select an academy after 8th grade or
So
9th?
you can reapply. So if you don't get into the Academy of Science or the Academy of Engineering, which are only available to freshmen and sophomores, so you would go to the school for 2 years, then you can reapply to the Monroe Technical Academy junior and senior year.
Okay, I see. Perfect.
And there are different pathways in the school. So some last only 1 year, and there are some that last 2 years.
Okay, so this is like during your regular school, or it's extra to your regular, academic activity?
So the way LCPS plans your school days, you have A days and B days.
Oh,
So
I
you
see.
have 4 classes on A days and 4 classes on B days.
Okay.
But what if you go to Academies of Loudoun, then one day you will go to your home school. So, for example, mine would be Riverside
I
or
see,
my
Riverside.
virtual school, and the other day I go to Academies of Loudon. So that way I have a full day of classes through virtual school, and then the other day I can do the
So,
school.
in a way, that is like your specialization.
Yeah,
as I
my-
was.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Perfect, perfect. Okay, very nice. All right, Miss Harlow, going on to next one. Um, very nice. PSAT, you said, is a requirement. And now, how is social life and any attraction in the area for students, or I would say in that academy for students, any attraction or the area, whatever you think is gonna be,
I
you
think
know.
the social life at the Academies of Loudon, in my experience, has been a lot more inclusive and positive compared to the regular public high school. And I think that's because the fact that everyone who goes to that school worked hard to be there, wants to be there, and wants to learn and cares about what they're doing. Versus your home school where you're taking a math class you don't necessarily like, someone doesn't like the English class, and it's filled
Gotcha,
with sorry.
You know,
And it's filled with people who don't necessarily enjoy what they're doing, versus here everyone is super passionate about what
Super
they're doing.
passionate,
Everyone
right.
wants to take it to the next level, so it's just really smart conversation, and you make a lot more meaningful friends because they want to see you succeed in the future in that
Oh,
career.
yeah,
So in my class, everyone wants to be either litigators or congresswomen. And my class is majority women, so it's really nice being in a female empowerment kind of environment where we all want to be similar things in life. We all want to be litigators, women in Congress, women in politics. So
okay.
that's really good, I think, for the social life.
So you are interested to be in politics, kind of? Oh, very nice. I love that. Very nice. Okay. So yeah, I really appreciate what you said. Is that I see many students struggling. Oh, I have math, I have physics, and they don't like you. They have to do it. But this way, you
That
do.
way you do what you
yeah.
love, which is really awesome.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, moving on to next question or thing is that what are job opportunities around these specialized, if you will, high school, not degree but programs, definitely, yeah, programs, yeah.
So with the Academies of Loudon, some programs leave you with some kind of certification or degree, sort of. So for example, the nursing program at Academies of Loudon, when you graduate, you take a certified nurse aide exam. So you will leave there with your certified nurse aide certification, which is something that if you don't do it now in high school, later on in life you will have to do. So in a way, you've kind of stepped ahead. Think of it kind of,
Right.
it's like an AP credit, but in real life. You don't have to take it later in life,
I love it.
which is super important. And for me, we don't necessarily get some kind of credit, but we have made a lot of meaningful connections. Like I've met deputies, sheriffs, crime commissioners, and people involved in that field that I want to go into. And my teacher was an ex-litigator, someone involved in that
Oh, wow.
lawyer profession field. So it's also extremely educators that are teaching you this and that have connections in the outside world that can help you gain real life experience and give you internships, etc.
I was about to say that if you got any internships. Oh, you already said that, really. And I'm just curious, did you have opportunity to go to Capitol Hill or meet president or senators or people like that?
So we haven't had that opportunity yet, but that is something that we have in this DC area. There is a Senate page program that I
Right.
actually have two really good friends of mine that spent 6 weeks on Capitol Hill
Oh, wow.
working firsthand on the Senate chair, which is super incredible and an
Oh, wow.
opportunity that is available to high school students. I believe it's juniors and seniors
Oh, wow.
all in America. So I would recommend looking into that because it's an amazing experience. And it is quite difficult to get into. I think you do some kind of essay or something like that, but that is something really awesome.
That's really nice. I would like to see you as maybe next president of US.
Me too.
since two ladies so far did not have opportunity, right? But I'm sure about you. Okay, very nice, Miss Harlow. And the next one is any do's and don'ts, pros and cons in this kind of program at high school level or with you,
I
especially.
think somewhere where I kind of something that I messed up in my like I'm going to talk specific college applications type. I did not put enough emphasis on my ACT and SAT in deciding which one is better for me. I assumed I would be a better ACT taker because I'm kind of good, fast on my feet, and I prefer like typically like faster math questions, a little bit easier, but there's more of them. And I assumed that would be my better test, so I just went all in on taking that, studying for that, and I did not get the scores I wanted. But alas, I didn't have time to try another time the ACT. I still got a pretty good score. I got a 27, but it wasn't competitive enough for a lot of the top universities that I would have otherwise been applying to. Versus I took a few weeks ago, just out of curiosity, the SAT practice exam, and I did much higher than I did on any of my ACT
really?
practice exams. So that was very frustrating, knowing that I would have had the chance to go to a better university if I would have tried the SAT route instead of the ACT route. So that's something I would recommend, is do both ACT practice exams and SAT and see which one falls higher on the scale.
Fantastic. So, do you have any future university or institution preferences you're looking
Actually, I
to?
was accepted to Boston University, which is top 50 in the country. So
Really?
I am very excited to go.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a great
wow.
institution. I'm going to be
Congratulations.
studying international relations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, very nice. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so good. We are going good. I like that. And the last question kind of is, what is your message to students or the aspirants of such programs, and people like you who would like to go in that kind of academies and feature, what would you, in general, whatever, as you already said, something that, okay, instead of going for the subjects, physics, chemistry, but you don't like, maths, go to specialization, right? And so anything you think in general would help, or your message, to students who would like to do such kind of programs. So yeah.
I think my message, college wise, would be to push yourself, that these are not the years to slack. These are the years to, find your interests, try out for those sports, because everything matters. And it's not just all about academics anymore, because there are tons of incredible D1 athletes that are also, going to Harvard, Yale because of their intellect. So I think now is a time to load and to try to find your niche, and if you can, like, start a passion project, something that you can continue after college, and that colleges will see as your like interest that helps into that major that you want to go into. For example, I was doing something like a Facebook group to try to find other international athletes that needed help with visas and that were struggling with visas, because I knew a very hardworking athlete who came from a different country, and he was ultimately deported from the United States because of visa complications.
Yeah.
So I saw this opportunity and saw this issue as something that I could try to work on in the future, and that's kind of what I want to go to in the international relations. And because that's kind of my niche, it was international figure skater, and I care about politics and diplomacy and government, so trying to mesh those two together and create a passion project that will help you so much in the college admissions process.
Oh my God! I really, personally, other than the information you are giving to everybody, I personally really like it. Very nice. And okay, finally, I would just say about yourself. We're done pretty much with standard questions, but so yeah, what is your passion? You already said some of the things, and what you would like to be ultimately, and yeah, and you are already a sports girl. What I should say, sports woman, sport.
Yeah. Athlete, yeah.
Athlete, there you go. So tell me about a little bit finally about yourself, bit of on that side. So, so yeah, you a skater?
Yes, I'm an international ice dancer. I've been
Ice dancer.
so I
Oh.
compete with a partner. So I do like with two people. So me and then a boy.
I see, I see. So it's like ice skating?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, very nice.
But we do lifts and stuff like that.
Oh, very nice. So what you have been doing, have you been into...
So I've been skating for 14 years of my life. I'm 18 now. I started when I was 4, and I've been competing internationally for the
Really?
past 4 years. Since my freshman year in high school was my first year international, and I have had the opportunity to go to over 10 countries for competitions. In
Wow.
February, I just came back from South Korea for the Four Continents Championships. And I think being like a teenage Hispanic Latina girl in this environment incredibly helped my application process, because it's something so niche that not a lot of people have done. And then I took that along with my passion for politics and global issues and stuff like that, and really meshed it together for my application.
Oh, wow. So which countries you have been to so far?
Oh, so many.
Really?
Mexico the most, Latvia,
Oh my God.
Poland, Germany, Turkey, South Korea, the
Wow.
Netherlands,
I mean,
Romania.
sorry, but I meant like for your sports.
Yeah, for my sport.
Oh, really? My God. Fantastic.
Yeah,
And
just competing, training. I trained in France, trained in the Netherlands. Yeah.
so you got some programs, scholarships. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
there is a lot of help. My federation, the Mexican Federation, helps funding. It's mostly self-funded through my parents. I'm so grateful for them, but the federation does give us some assistance.
So the federation in the USA.
In Mexico, I skate for Mexico because I have dual citizenship.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so how about USA? USA doesn't provide such programs?
USA does, but there is a lot of competition. There was an untapped market in ice dance in Mexico, and I have dual citizenship, and I love my country so much. So it was just my honor to be able to compete for
Fantastic,
them.
fantastic. Okay, I am really happy to talk to you and know about you. And I love Hispanic, and I speak a little bit of Spanish. Well, Miss Harlow, finally, I would say you told us about your sports activity athlete as an athlete. So, do you want to be an athlete in the future, or you would like to be actually in politics or something?
No, actually, my final goal, I used skating as more as a creative outlet, a way to exercise. It was a passion of mine. But ultimately, I really want to be a diplomat and do something along the lines of that. Be either a Mexican diplomat or an American diplomat abroad, somewhere in Europe would be super nice. And then, kind of hone in on the visa issues and stuff like that I was discussing previously, because it's an injustice I've noticed and experienced firsthand, and it's something that I really feel like I could help with.
Fantastic, very nice of you, and thank you for your time. I really
No, thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.